This is what I sound like when I talk in pure falsetto. Hi everyone, Aaron here from Intune Music. So in our previous video, we talked a lot about our true vocal folds and the different true vocal fold sounds we are able to make. For example, we can talk and sing with our thick true vocal folds, e, a, u, and also our thin true vocal folds, e, a, u. If you would like to watch that video, I'll place the link in the video description below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more useful content about singing. Today, we're going to look at another popular sound in singing, and that is our falsetto. So, what is falsetto? To many Mandarin singing students, you may have heard the terms 真音, real or true voice, and 假音, false or fake voice. Or some people call it 假声. Why is it called false or fake? And why doesn't it sound real or true?
Tell me, why?
Well, mainly because it doesn't sound as full or as solid as our usual speaking or singing voice. It somehow sounds more hollow or breathy. One of the key characteristics of a pure falsetto sound is that it has breath noise. It sounds airy, breathy, and relaxed. This is what it sounds like. This is what I sound like when I talk in pure falsetto. Do you know anyone who talks like this? And this is what I would sound like if I don't use falsetto. This sounds more like a regular speaking voice with thick, true vocal folds. Why is the falsetto so breathy and hollow sounding, you may ask?
Aaron's Knowledge Bank.
Well, that's because our true vocal folds aren't really touching each other when we make this sound. Our vocal folds are too stiff and stretched out that they aren't able to vibrate and be in contact with each other fully. And because the vocal folds don't really touch, there's more air leaking out through the folds, and so we hear more breath noise. And that is also why we perceive the falsetto voice to be less full-bodied compared to our regular, fuller speaking or singing voice. So how can we learn how to sing in falsetto? I know some of my students who really struggle to make this sound and just cannot achieve a stable and comfortable falsetto sound. First, you need to relax when singing falsetto. A lot of singers can't sing falsetto because they are too tense or just working too hard to make the sound. Falsetto requires us to do less and to sing with a relaxed body. So sometimes what I do is just get my students to sigh in a relaxed manner. Do it with me. Just sigh really high and really relaxed. Remember to sigh with a tone and not just breath, and make it a high tone. Now the next step is to say different words with this sighing sound. We can say the words hi, hey, he, but let's sigh them in falsetto together. Hi, hey, he. Were you able to make these falsetto sounds? So how would we apply these sounds in our singing? Rarely is a song sung totally in falsetto. Most times, we have to combine our thick true vocal fold sounds with our falsetto tones in order to create an interesting contrast. Remember to watch my previous video on thick and thin true vocal folds to know what I'm talking about. This is most apparent when we do yodeling, which is essentially switching between thick true vocal folds and falsetto tones. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. Some people describe this feeling of moving from thick true vocal fold sounds to our falsetto sound as feeling like the voice is breaking or flipping, when in fact, what is happening is that the vocal folds are changing their contact as we switch between these two kinds of tones. Now let me use a song example to demonstrate how we would switch between our different singing tones, incorporating solid tones and falsetto tones. For the song All of Me, in the last two lines of the chorus, John Legend uses falsetto to create a vulnerable and honest sound. I'll indicate the places where I use thick true vocal folds and where I use falsetto tones, so you know what I mean. And I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh. Did you manage to pick out the different tones in the song? Try it out on your own and remember to relax when doing the falsetto tone. So some people may say, my falsetto sounds very weak and I can't make it any louder. Well, I'll have a tip for you for this in my next video. So remember to watch to find out more. See you then.